welcome to another episode of Watch Once Over. My name is Big E. Today we're going to be looking at one of my personal watches in my collection. This is my 2014 SEIKO Astron. This is model SAS032J1. Now this watch is discontinued, but you can pick it up secondhand on eBay, usually for around $1,500. And this watch is just stellar. I posted earlier in my page comment section that this is like probably the ultimate travel watch, and the reason why is because Astrons are enabled with GPS. They cover 39 time zones and they're accurate to 1 second in 100,000 years. They have perpetual calendars, scratch resistant sapphire crystals. This DLC coating has a super clear, super hard coating to 650 Vickers. So the watch respectively still looks brand new. You have a vulcanized rubber strap with gold hardware, twin trigger deployant buckle, and for this model to be a 2014 and worn regularly, it's just holding up stellar, I have to say. It is just holding up stellar. Now this watch has 100 meters of water resistance. It has a screw down crown, and let's go through some of the functions real quick. It's real simple watch. It has 2 sub dials, one for satellite receiving, daylight savings time, and battery level indicator. As you can see that the battery is full on this one right now. And then this one is equipped with a picture of the world on there. Then you have a date box at 3 o'clock, applied SEIKO sign, stadium type rehold with Lumibright, and then around this crystal you have all the names of the cities. And this model is called the Stratosphere, and it has a special loom trick that I'll be showing you in a second. Now, in addition to the regular time and 39 time zones, you have a home time zone that is a static time zone. You set it and you forget it, and it always stays to your home time zone. And you can toggle daylight savings time on that on and off if you wish. Now, to go through some of the functions, to check what time zone you're in, you just push this button once. It goes to your time zone. Now, I am at +7, which is Denver. Let's do it again. I'm at -7, which is Denver. Okay? And as you can see, when I toggled that, it also tells me that daylight savings time is off, and that is the DST right here is off. And that's because I live in Arizona, and we don't observe daylight savings time down here in Scottsdale, Arizona. So the time never changes. It doesn't roll back or go forward. It just doesn't change at all. Now, this watch is solar. It has a solar life without seeing any light at all of over a year, and it is just a really nice watch. You have the gold gilt hand stack, sword style hands. You have a white second hand with a gold counterbalance circle on the back. And now let's look at the other functions. This one right here is if you don't haven't worn a watch in a while and you want it to connect to a satellite, one of 4 satellites, you just push this button and then it'll say satellite connection. It'll say the last one was successful, yes. Then it'll go back. Now, if you want it to force to connect to a satellite, you just hold it down and it'll start searching for a satellite. Once it finds satellites, right now it's looking for 1, and it can search up to 4 satellites right over here, that 4, and it'll tell you if it's going to look for a satellite. So it's found 1 satellite, and so it corrected the time and everything is good. Now this button over here, you just push that button and it tells you if you're on daylight savings time, and it's also used to cancel um, that feature too, so you can look at uh, your power reserve, which is constantly displaying right here, which you see is full. Now, it does have a screw down crown. If you unscrew the crown, you can manually, and you pull it out one, you can manually set the day down here, which is a 24-hour clock. Now, this right here can be set to any time that you want. I usually set it on my home time, but once you pull it out one, you can set that bottom clock down there. Now, if you pull it out twice, it's going to go to your Perpetual Calendar. Now, you can hold down or up and roll your Perpetual Calendar up and back to set that. I don't want to mess with that right now. I'm just going to set it back to the regular time and screw the crown down. So the watch is fairly easy to use. It updates at the same time every day. If it finds a satellite, say 2 in the afternoon, it'll try to update at that time too. So it kind of remembers where you are. Now the GPS doesn't mean that it can help you find a restaurant or anything. The GPS means that it is connected through time for the global positioning system. And if this watch is anywhere outside with open sky, it can connect to a GPS. It doesn't matter if you're in the middle of the ocean or if you're in the middle of a desert or if you're in a city. It doesn't really matter. If you're outside and you can see the sky, this thing will have the right time. And it's always updating up to 4 times a day. It'll check it. So let's do a loom shot. Now I said this loom is pretty special. It's one of the things I like about the Stratosphere is that this thing is using superluminova, but it also refracts the loom because of the curvature of the crystal. So let's cut the studio lights and I'll show you. Now that's the loom. Now that loom on the outside is just the crystal. The curve of it is refracting the loom from the indices. And this has Lumi Bright. It lasts all night. And this watch right here is just probably one of my most awesome watches when it comes to loom, just because of that feature where it has the loom refracting off of the crystal. I've never seen that before. That's pretty neat. I've never seen that before. Maybe somebody should patent a loom with that, where when the loom comes on, they can use the crystal to make, certain patterns or whatever or whatnot. But that's the reason why this watch is so cool to me, because of the high dome, thick sapphire crystal, and you don't have to worry about damaging this watch. This watch is taking so many door dings and hits, it's unbelievable. But since this is all sapphire with a super clear coating, it doesn't wear. I mean, it's sapphire. You could rub this thing on the ground. It's not gonna scratch up. The only thing you can scratch this up is with a diamond. So you get a picture of the world in the back, and that is also your solar cell, perpetual calendar, 2 time zones shown on the face, 39 other time zones, UTC up at the top, which is London, and then you can just set it to whatever you want. It's just a super simple, easy watch to use. And when you change to time zones, if you're going back east or something, or wherever you're flying to, it'll pick a satellite up and it'll change the time automatically for you too, just like a cell phone. So you don't even have to touch it if you don't want to. It will change the time. So that's the watch once over for today. This is part of my collection highlight. My name is Biggie. This is my Stratosphere. If you never heard of this watch and you want to pick one up, you're going to have to go to eBay, because they don't make this model no more. But it's an oldie and it's a goodie, and I love it. I'll show you the size real quick for those who are interested. It's a bigger watch. This watch is coming in at 47 millimeters. About, let me see, 15, about 17 millimeters thick. And then the lug is going to be about 51. So it is a bigger watch, but you know, that's my watch. I don't mind big watches. I got a 7.25-inch wrist, Goldilocks wrist. I can wear big or small, and this is what it looks like on my wrist. So that's the watch once over for today. Tell me what you guys think about this. My name is Big E, and I'll talk to you on the next one. God bless.